Nemeka Onyeka Obiarere. I want to stimulate our minds and our thoughts through this very brief video presentation on how we can creatively boost non-oil sector productivity and export in such an integrated, efficient, and scientific manner that incorporates our unique model, what we call the missions, communities, diasporans, private-public partnership framework or model. If we watch critically, why Nigeria is at crossroads today is because we are not generating enough foreign exchange inflow, as much as we are depleting it through legitimate and corrupt transactions. Why the First Republic was a very productive based economy was because we produced practically everything we consumed here, and we exported more than we consumed in terms of our foreign exchange earnings. And that was why between 1960 to 1970, the pounds, Nigerian pounds, was stronger than the US dollar. It was actually 66 pence, Nigerian pence to $1 US. It was consistent even during the Civil War era. The pounds was getting over the US dollar. Even in the 70s, when we still had massive productivity within the country. Today, Nigeria is hemorrhaging, and we can actually boost productivity, we can actually boost export, but there must be an integrated and scientific approach to it. I've always advocated that nothing happens by accident. Any nation that fails to plan will plan to fail. You just have to do the right things and at the right time. Nigeria has a diaspora population that is estimated to be between 5 to 10 million people. Documented over 5 million. These are a huge diaspora population. And off the cuff, I say to anybody who cares to listen, even if an average Nigerian living abroad spends $500 every month on feeding, which is more than that, we have from at home a global market of about $30 billion size that we can export food commodities to. From America, North America, US, Canada, to Europe, France, Germany, and UK and other places. African foods and African food commodities and other food commodities are well sought after. US imports over $92 million worth of yam. They do over $2.7 billion worth of bell pepper. They do over $2 billion worth of bell pepper. They do over $2.7 billion of banana, Cavendish banana. They do over $120 billion worth of garment, wares, and apparels and shoes. Imports. Other things, they import even things as black soldier fly larvae for animal protein. They import yam, they import plantain, they import everything. If you go to Watford or the streets of London or the major streets in the UK or US, most of the African shops where African foods are sold are being managed by Pakistanis, by the Arabs, and by the Lebanese. Now you ask yourself, where are those who consume these things? Why are there no integrated approach between the local people here and those abroad? You know, when Emeka Ihedioha was governor of Imo State, there was something he did, and which we supported him. He appointed an SA in charge of diaspora. And what was the whole idea? Our idea was to work with Ndimo in diaspora, help stimulate productivity here and create a network of off-takers there so that we can create jobs here and create jobs there while meeting the demand and supply between the two markets. Nigeria can do the same thing. Colombia the other day celebrated export of over just 9 tons of bell pepper into the US, and you could see the way they celebrated it. Minister of Agriculture Colombia, Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Colombian Embassy in the US, all of them all worked together to ensure that there was handshake across the board, to ensure that that export was made easy. We can do the same thing in Nigeria. I've always advocated that one of the reasons I don't understand how we appoint ambassadors and commercial attaches to our embassies in the major countries of the whole world. I am meant to understand, and that is how it should be the best practice, that in every embassy of Nigeria, there's supposed to be a strong commercial attaché, commercial person, somebody who understands the whole gamut of finance, of business development, of the whole logistics value chain, to somebody that can act as the eye of the country, that can see opportunities of things the local people can produce and export into the economy of the host country, and things that they can actually send from the host country where the embassy is to the local country to help stimulate productivity in the local country. That is how it is worked everywhere. Nigeria should have a strong chief commercial attaché in charge of North America that will coordinate activities from Canada to the US, and we'll have other commercial attaches working under him. What is it's not a rocket science thing. Canada consumes almost about $387 million worth of bell pepper annually. They do a lot of plantain chips. We know that. I'll give you an example. The black soldier fly larvae is an alternative source of protein for animal and animal pets, and today is a $300 million size global market, and it is projected to grow to about $4.2 billion by 2033. And Nigeria is actually a place where this thing can actually be produced comparatively cheaper, because we have the right atmosphere, the hot environment that allows the flies to produce enough egg. We have a lot of wastes, from human waste to animal waste to food waste, that we can actually use to provide substrate for the production of this. It will shock you that in the US and in Canada, a kg of the larvae, dry larvae, sells for just about $15 to $19. It's something we are producing here for less than 25 cents. From Ethiopian Airlines to other airlines, they come in with cargo aircrafts, they fly in with goods, and they go empty. Close your eyes and imagine where we're able to do 90 tons. And of course, we can do it. We can produce it here. But there needs to be a strong Nigerian presence at the commercial attaché departments in our embassies, working with Nigerians and diaspora. Why will I produce food commodities here? And if you go to Watford, if you go to London, those selling it are the Pakistanis and the Lebanese. Where are the Nigerians? Are we only good at washing human beings, doing all manner of menial jobs, when we have the same mindset and we can grow it? It is the job of the Nigerian administrators, the commercial attaches, to see how they can link, because there's always an issue of trust. Somebody will not ship his goods from here to America, to Canada, to Europe without being assured of the logistics, the framework to distribute it. So it's the job of the commercial attaches to identify the market opportunities. How do we export Cavendish banana into America, into Canada, in such a way? Of course, the Canadian authorities, the Canadian Food Control Agency, they have standards you must meet. The American FDA, the same thing. It's the job of the commercial attaches to work with Nigerians and diaspora. We have more professionals. Even in Canada, we have excellent professionals who are qualified and who can help us to get certified most of the things we produce here. Look at cassava chips. We can produce cyanide-free cassava chips and sell it to the US. It's good for animal food, even human consumption. We can easily produce over $200-300 billion worth of non-oil commodities, agro-based, certified 99% domestic consumption, and export over $200 billion from America to Europe to Asia to every part of the world. But we need to be very scientific. We need to put in place of authority at the MDAs, especially strong commercial-oriented attaches as representative of Nigeria at the embassy. Let those who want to do diplomacy, the professional diplomats, do their job. But every of Nigerian embassy, major embassies in the US, in Canada, in Europe, should have strong-minded human beings with an eye to see opportunities and see how they can create linkage. We can do over $60 billion worth of cocoa value chain to Europe, to America. We can do over $5 billion worth of palm oil products. We can do over $57 to $90 billion worth of the date fruit and date fruit value chain. The honey that the Bible calls honey. We can do beef. South Africa does over 60,000 tons of halal compliant beef. Every year we spend billions of dollars going from Mecca to Medina. We export the highest number of pilgrims to Medina, but we export nothing. We only exported wasting our dollar. Whereas we can actually produce the same halal compliant beef here As we're going to waste our dollar going to Medina and Mecca, which is okay. If you have the money you want to do pilgrimage, good for you. But we can also export into those markets. We are not. Why are we always good in consumption and waste, and we don't think productivity? These are just my random reasons. Like I said, today is my birthday. I'm in a very happy mood. So the ideas keep flowing, and as it comes in, I share it. Those who are listening, share this. Encourage the government. We are willing to provide them free advice. See, we have the booklet, we have the template, we have the key to unlock economic prosperity within and outside Nigeria. We have the key to integrate local producers in Nigeria and Nigerians in diaspora who will become off-takers and create the logistics hub, there. I plan and I intend to do a trip of North America by December, January. And the whole plan is to go create hubs, create markets. We can do this. We can easily do this. We shouldn't just be a nation of consumers. We should be a nation of producers. In the presidency, there should be an execution team in the presidency. Smart thinking professionals, their job is to sit down, dimension the market. Where are the opportunities where we can export things, non-oil exports, and how we produce them locally here competitively? How can we get the approvals in those host countries to make whatever we produce here competitive and qualifying to be exported there? How do we create the ease of export at our seaport, at our export? How do we create the transportation logistics from road, either through sea or through airport? How do we encourage the airlines? Look at Ethiopian Airlines flying into Enugu. Why Ethiopian Airlines is not getting patronages from Enugu? Because they go there with small body aircraft because of the passenger traffic. Now, if Ohaneze and the governors of the this is, I'm saying, actually 90% governors being responsible. It's not the federal government though. The only thing the federal government will do is to provide very strong commercial attaché presence in those major international centers, to be able to coordinate this. But at the productive level, at the state level, local level, it's the governors that will do. Imagine if the governors of the southeast of Nigeria will decide today, we work together, we will show them what to do. We will produce enough things that we can be exporting nothing less than 100 to 500 tons of agro commodities, exporting from Enugu Airport or airport. If you have a cargo of 90 to 100 to 500 tons going out of Enugu or every month to Europe, to America, Ethiopian Airlines will bring the wide-bodied aircraft because they will carry passenger, which may not be too much, and then they will use cargo to complement it. And some of the best aircraft we have been craving to have in the southeast. We will start landing at Enugu, start landing at Owerri, because we did what we did to attract those people that can provide us with cheap transportation, to do this. Anyway, my head is full of, it's brimming hot this morning, afternoon. So I just wish, all we pray. Remember, we are not looking for a job. We are gainfully employed. We are busy. We just want to be provided the opportunity as Josephs. If they can only listen to us, they should keep their fork and their jack. They can loot the resources, oil, but just give us the chance, opportunity to sit, within the table, on the table, and help you guys structure these things, put these things in place to make this country very, very productive. May God bless you all for listening and for your audience. Share and let it go viral. Let it go wide. Let them listen. Let us help them. The only Pharaoh that does great exploits is the Pharaoh who listens to the wise counsels of Joseph and allow the Josephs to implement and execute it for them. The Josephs are here, just that we don't have Pharaohs who are visionaries or who listens or who are patriotic to do the right things, to save themselves, to save their nation, and to save the world. Thank you. God bless you. Keep doing good. Keep living life. Keep working hard. Don't do anything that will affect you, affect the nation negatively. Be a positive impact and positive influence within your society. Thank you and God bless.